Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another video. And before I get into the video proper, I want to start off by dedicating this video to Mr. Kris down at Dixieland Farm. This video is for you, buddy. I've talked about a few really cheap headphones recently on my channel, and you keep bringing up, you said, hey, you got some great headphones from Big Lots that were real cheap. And of course, I wasn't able to pick up whatever exact model you have because, as you mentioned in the comment, you're like, hey, they change stock all the time. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Big Lots does not tend to keep anything in stock for very long, hence the nature of the store. So I stopped by my local Big Lots. As you can see from the price tag, that's where it came from. I paid $10 for headphones. Yeah. This is how the package looked in the store. Pretty awesome, right? But whatever. The exact model of these things are Sentry. It looks like they're HM960s, right? And I can listen to music and talk on phone with these. Wow. Pretty thrilling. Let's go ahead and take these out of the box. Doesn't really come with too much here, does it? Okay. Gotta rip this a little bit. There we go. At least it comes with this shiny cardboard. It's pretty flippin' awesome, right, guys? Now, I was thinking, you know, that Kris might have been a little crazy, okay, as he extolled the virtues of these wonderful headphones. But I confess, I plugged these into my smartphone while I was in the store and did a tiny amount of listening. And I was shocked, actually, that these things weren't complete garbage as far as sound quality goes. Now, I have not... And the only reason I plugged them into my phone is I wanted to make sure it would be worth even doing a video on these. Because if these just completely were trash and completely sucked, I didn't feel the need to buy a set of headphones just to talk about how much they sucked. Because at least the other cheap headphones I bought had a purpose. This is probably the first and more than likely only product I will ever buy simply to make a video about them. But that's pretty much why I bought these things. Anyway... just so you can get a good view of them. That's what they look like. Here is the cord. Looks like it has an inline mic to use with the smartphone. Not sure what that control does. I haven't messed with it yet. And yeah, the end of the cord there. Unfortunately, these aren't pink like Kris's. So... They did have some pink Bluetooth headphones there for about $15, but you know, when you're buying headphones that are this cheap, I really didn't want to get anything with Bluetooth in it because I assumed the sound quality would be absolutely atrocious. Because even with my $40 Bluetooth headphones, those don't sound particularly good. And I figured anything that was $15 and had Bluetooth implemented on it would probably sound like utter shit, because probably all of the money of the budget of the things went into the manufacture of the Bluetooth implementation, and sound, I'm sure, really suffers. But I don't really give a rat's ass if these are Bluetooth, since they got a cord and that's all I need. So, what I'm going to do now, guys, obviously, is I am going to stop talking. I'm going to do some listening and comparing with my other headphones. And I will talk about just how good $10 headphones are. Oh, wait, before I go, you're probably wondering, how do these things feel? For $10, they feel fine. You know, the fit and finish of these for $10, I got zero complaints for $10 for these things, really. So, anyway, be back in a bit, guys. Alright guys, I've had a chance now, obviously, to listen to these headphones and compare them with, you know, my other pair of headphones, and my other pairs of headphones. And you might be asking yourself, how do they compare with your other headphones? Well, there were some very common. I tested with a variety of music genres, and the main thing I noticed, the main difference I noticed with these as compared to my other headphones is these sounded much more. They had a fair amount more reverb in them than my other headphones, so they were certainly a lot less accurate than my other headphones. They had almost as much detail. I was actually really impressed with the amount of detail in these. It seemed to be missing a little bit of detail, but not for $10. Not nearly as much as I would think they would have missed. The bass extension on these was actually really good. But compared to my other headphones, they did sound more underwater. They definitely had a bit of a tin can sound compared to my other headphones. But I'm just saying this because, you know, I got to point out what I've heard. But honestly, for $10, okay, these things are what I call, I guess the best way to describe this would be shockingly non-shitty. Shockingly adequate, shockingly decent. The sound quality did not blow me away. But compared to the $5 headphones that I've been testing, you know, and Kris, you know, the only reason I tested these is because of Kris at Dixieland Farm kept saying, hey, the $10 Big Lot headphones are pretty good. I was like, I've just got it. So, you know, that's the only reason I'm testing it, because of the comments that Kris left on my $5 headphone analyses. So, you know, testing this $10 headphone from Big Lots, I was actually surprised how decent the sound quality really is. But it doesn't honestly even compare even with my mono prices here, when these are available for like, I think $18 or something on Mono Price's website. They sound better than these. But these have a very unique sound, and sometimes I actually really like the way it sounds. I really enjoyed listening to Black Sabbath on these headphones. It kind of gave it a much more, quote, retro feel. In fact, if anything, I would describe the sound of these headphones as maybe a better sounding, kind of like classic Walkman headphones sound. You know, the headphones that came with Walkmans. This definitely, it reminds me of that, but it sounds better than those did with much more bass extensions. So it's kind of like a retro 80s style sound on these headphones, to me. That's just my take on them. Interesting sound signature. But the bottom line on this is, what would I use these for? Well, let's say I went on, you know, a trip or something, right? And I forgot to take one of my many pairs of headphones with me, right? Let's just say I just forgot them all, and I wanted something to listen to. These, I have to say, would not make me... The $5 ones, I can't stand to listen to those. They sound like absolute fucking shit. Whereas these are perfectly pretty decent for $10. I would not be sad if this is all I had to listen to for like a couple weeks on a trip. I could live with it. The sound is definitely decent, shockingly decent. It's not good or high fidelity. I wouldn't say. I'd say that'd be inaccurate to use those terms. But a hell of a lot better than, honestly, what I thought $10 would be, as far as a pair of headphones go. Shockingly good for their price. So, Kris, I'll say you're half right about this. I'd say they're shockingly good for their price, but I mean, they're still obviously not the greatest thing ever. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with these headphones. I really don't need them. I might just put them away in storage. I might eventually do, I don't know, something else with them. Who knows what the hell I'm going to do with these things. I'll find some sort of use for them. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap this up. As always, if you enjoyed this, thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. Share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.